Marvel What If has premiered on Disney Plus, the new animated series that is now going to be canon to the MCU because of the fact of the events that happen in Loki, creating the timelines, the alternate timelines, the universes. These events are going to be canon to those timelines, and they're going to, in a way, infiltrate what happens in the main primary MCU universe at some point. But it does give the writers a chance to really be flexible and, do things different from the MCU and not be so confined to the storylines that they've already been telling us since phase one. So, for example, the first episode was about Captain Carter. What if Peggy Carter took the super soldier serum and became Captain America? How would that change things? And the episode, first of all, I want to say the voice acting in this is phenomenal. They actually got the actors, not all of them, but a lot of the actors from the movies did reprise their roles in this. And I gotta say, the voice acting is great. I mean, Disney's always had great voice acting. I mean, they did animation for how many decades? I mean, forever, right? One of the oldest studios we have in the United States. And so they know what they're doing. This is kind of like a hybrid CGI type of thing. It was a different kind of animation, not like original Cell. But it did look good. Some of the fight scenes here with Peggy Carter using the shield were freaking awesome. They were freaking awesome. The animation was great. The character designs, I think, looked on point to how they looked in the films. Production wise, just everything I think looked great. When it comes to the episode, I was very intrigued about what they were going to do because it was kind of like, in a way, like a soft retelling of Captain America, the First Avenger. But instead, Peggy Carter becomes the First Avenger. And in this universe, Steve Rogers is just a regular guy. I mean, he helps out in the military. He's there, but he doesn't have the super soldier serum. Bucky is discussed, and, he's around, but it's really about Peggy. And they have a lot of interesting statements here. Obviously, the whole thing, and some folks are going to say that there was some wokeness because they kept referring to the fact that Peggy Carter was a woman. And, a woman can't be that tough, even though the truth is, let's be honest, if these events actually did occur, especially back during the World War II times, men would say that. So I don't think that's really, a political message or anything like that. I think it fit with the times. But overall, I have to say that the first half of this story I thought was a bit better than the second half. I think it did kind of fall off for me in the second half. I kind of lost interest a bit. I'm not sure if it's just maybe I have attention deficit. I don't think I do, but I just felt like it got less interesting. But at one point, Captain America, but this time, of course, it being Captain Carter, which Captain Carter was a character in the comics. I'm not familiar with Captain Carter, but I remember hearing that Captain Carter was a character in the comics. That's a lot of C's, isn't it? And so they're kind of like semi-canonizing her here. She does end up going to the future, or at least the present, the future from where she was at, into the 2000s, the 2010s, really, the 2010s, and meeting up with the Avengers, Nick Fury, and the gang, just like what happened to Captain America, even though it was different the way they did it. And Peggy going 70 years to the future was a great ending. And I really did enjoy how the Watcher was the narrator. And they talked about how this birthed a new hero. So I have a feeling that we may actually see, and we've been talking about this, it's been speculated. I did a stream over on Den of Nerds, a few weeks ago discussing this. We may actually see Captain Carter in the movies because these episodes, some of them, are going to give us clues about multiversal characters that we're going to see and give us teases and tell us stories. I do like the concept of the show. The episode itself, like I said, I thought it was interesting. Captain America, the First Avenger is really not my favorite movie. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's not bad, but it's a movie that whenever I rewatch the MCU, I don't really look forward to watching it. Like when I go through phase one, I like watching Iron Man, parts of the Incredible Hulk, Thor, like half of it. Well, I like Thor. I actually do like the original Thor. And Avengers. Captain America, to me, is kind of hard to get through for me. Again, not a bad movie by any means. Very well made film. But for me, it's not my favorite one to rewatch. I don't know why. Maybe I usually have no problem with World War II movies. And it kind of is a World War II movie. And Hugo Weaving is great. But this is not a review for that. So to me, this episode I don't think was that interesting. But it was well done. So I'm not going to trash it. I thought it was okay. I think some folks are going to love it. Especially the ones that like the Captain America lore like a lot. But for me, Wasn't my favorite, but I think that this show has a lot of potential, and I think that future episodes of What If are going to really capture my imagination. We've got some stuff coming up with Tony Stark and Black Panther, and I do look forward to seeing what they do with that. Anyways, what'd you think about What If? Let me know. The review's a bit late, I know, but I had a bunch of stuff going on this week. Thank you. Have a good one. Take care of yourself.